Hey there, and welcome. Today, we're going to look at vocabulary in a completely different way. Forget about memorizing long lists of words. Instead, we're going to find new words in a place you might not expect, right inside your own home. You know how it goes, right? You learn some great new word, you feel super smart, and then, poof, it's just gone the next day. It happens to all of us. But what if we could actually link those new words to things we see and do every single day? Let's take a little tour and see just how that works. All right, so our tour starts exactly where our day does, with the morning routine. It turns out you can find a whole new vocabulary before you've even had your first sip of coffee. Okay, picture this. You accidentally splash some dark coffee on your nice white kitchen counter. Big oops. You grab a paper towel, press it down on the spill, and you watch as that dark liquid just vanishes right into the paper. That's exactly what absorb means. The paper towel's whole job is to absorb the mess. Now, you glance at the clock and, oh no, you're running late. All of a sudden, everything speeds up, doesn't it? You're brushing your teeth faster, you're throwing on your clothes, you're grabbing your keys in a flash. Your whole morning routine begins to accelerate. Or let's back up to the very first sound you hear in the morning. That awful loud alarm clock. Beep, beep, beep. When you finally smack that snooze button, the sound starts to fade away, right? That horrible noise finally begins to abate. So you stumble into the shower, and it's either freezing cold or scorching hot. You know the drill. You reach for that knob and you turn it just a tiny bit. Wait a second. Then a little more, until the water temperature is absolutely perfect. You have to adjust the water. And before you leave your bedroom, maybe you take just a moment to pull the sheets tight and give the pillows a good fluff. When you step back, the bed is perfectly made. It's a small thing, sure, but there's this little spark of satisfaction when you achieve that one simple task. All right, time for a quick pop quiz to see if that first word stuck with you. When a coffee spill vanishes into a paper towel, has the towel A, adjusted the coffee, B, achieved the coffee, or C, absorbed the coffee? That last one's it. Absorbed. Okay, next stop on our tour is the afternoon. This part of the day is often filled with chores. And you know what that means? Yup, it's also jam-packed with opportunities to find some new words. So, you've written a shopping list on a sticky note. To make absolutely sure you don't forget it, you press it really firmly onto the refrigerator door. You need that little note to adhere to the surface so it doesn't flutter away. Think about your kitchen for a second. In a lot of homes, the main trash can sits right next to the bin for recycling. They're side by side. You could say the recycling bin is adjacent to the trash can. You walk into the laundry room and you see it, a mountain of clean but unfolded clothes. And looking at that huge pile, you might just think to yourself, I wish I could just get rid of this chore forever. In that moment, you wish you could abolish laundry day entirely. Let's say a picture frame needs hanging, so you head to the closet to get the toolbox. But of course, a few big boxes are blocking the way. To get that screwdriver, you first have to move those boxes so you can get access to the toolbox. Imagine coming home from a little trip to the store and you're holding a small pot with a brand new little green plant inside. You just feel happy, right? You were able to acquire a new leafy friend for your windowsill. Ready for another quick one? To get to a toolbox that's hidden behind a big chair, what do you need to get first? A, adjacent to it, B, access to it, or C, adhere to it. You got it, it's B, you need to get access. But our tour doesn't end just because the chores are done. Actually, we can find some of the best words in the quiet moments. As the day starts to wind down, a whole new set of vocabulary comes out to play. You're just walking down the hallway and you pause for a second in front of a framed family photo. You stop, you look at all the smiling faces, and you remember that really happy day. In that quiet moment, you're taking time to admire that picture. You look over at the couch and you see your pet, maybe a cat or a dog, curled up in a perfect little ball, fast asleep. And as you watch them breathing so peacefully, this huge wave of affection just washes over you. You simply adore them. Okay, dinner time. You pull out a recipe, but as you're reading it, you realize you're missing an onion. Shoot! But instead of giving up, you decide to just use a little extra garlic instead. You adapt the recipe with what you have on hand. At the very end of a long day, you look around your house. There are still a few dishes in the sink, maybe a magazine on the floor, but instead of stressing about it, you just decide it's okay. You accept that the house isn't perfect, because now it's time to relax. Before you head to bed, you decide you're going to get an early start tomorrow. So you lay out your work clothes and you pack your gym bag. That simple action helps to affirm your plan for the morning. It makes it feel more real. And for our last question of the tour, when you change a recipe because you're missing that onion, do you A, admire the recipe, B, adore the recipe, or C, adapt the recipe? That's right, you adapt it. So there you have it. From the crazy rush of the morning to all the chores in the afternoon and right into the quiet moments of the evening, your home is literally full of words just waiting for you to find them. Who needs a textbook when your whole house can be a dictionary? We've just toured a full day and found 15 new words hiding in plain sight. So the real question, the one I want to leave you with, is this. As you go about the rest of your day, what new word will you discover in your home today?